already. So welcome back to the channel, and hello again to those of you who are on the stream right now. Waycrest Manor, man. I feel like it's, I don't know, overrated as far as like how hard it is. Like Sisters is the only real hard boss in here. I don't even know if this is where we're going, but you pretty much always will want to clear one side because somebody will always pull it. Doors are automatically open now, which is good. They used to be closed and you had to like mouse over them to see. It was quite annoying. And we're doing Sisters first, the hardest boss first. Good. Let's actually pull the trash up here because this could be in on live. You can consider this maybe something, not necessarily Kara 2.0, but annoying nonetheless. Did they still pull that from downstairs? Anyways, so you saw me mark a sister. They're pretty much going to be your focus anytime you have one up. They are in packs just around the dungeon, and occasionally you will see it sometime during this run, but a little gray like voidy ball will spawn around you, and that means that a sister is about to spawn on you. So hold on for a moment, don't pull any more yet, and just get your lockdowns on her before she gets too crazy, because they can do a lot of magic damage, and magic damage is probably like, I don't know, maybe half of what you'll take in here. So just be on point with your interrupts in here. Like, there's so many casts. The Drain Essence is the main one that you want to worry about on the mobs here right around the boss. The rest just kind of tickles, so Drain Essence is the main one that you want to. And I was on the ad. Alright. So, Briar does a Thorns ability. That's really the only one that you need to really worry about. The rest is just interrupts as you can. There is an AoE ability from this boss, I believe. But she does an MC that you need to do a certain amount of damage to break them out. And then just get back on your targets. They will change who's active, so just make sure when you get the ring from the debuff around you, just get away from other people. It's pretty easy. Briar has the debuff on her that I think just got purged, or because she went inactive so fast. But just careful on your melee damage on her. That's orange marker. Just on higher tyrannical keys, just watch your damage compared to how much you're taking. Is that Thorns right now? It's not hitting for very much, but it's Mythic, so. Anyways, so as with like Archway, once you start on one side of this place, you're just rolling across to the other side. So there's an animation how it is currently. It's a little bugged, but it means I got a Soul Charmer. I'm going to mark her with X, but I'm going to stay on the Captain to interrupt Spirited Defense, because that puts a shield on everybody around the party. I think it reduces their damage taken by 50%, or at least it does in this current build, and I just let it fucking get off. So we can see, look, damage taken reduced by 35%. Okay, so they nerfed it a little bit, but still not good. Not a cast you want to let get off. Anyways, as I was saying, so as with Archway, at least when you're up here on the main floor, you start on one side and you're just working your way around to the other. Pretty straightforward as far as like the path you go. It takes some getting used to if you are walking back. But it's all pretty much in like one line. It's just one big U shape that you're gonna go in for the whole run. So no matter what side you start on. These Destro locks, dude. Hell yeah, I like it. I like it. And now onto these. I'm gonna put a skull on the Disciple because the guards aren't really gonna do shit. Do a little cleave on me that I can just regen through. No big deal. Now, we're not gonna be back here, but if you start on the other side, so you see where I am on the map, if you start on the other side, you are gonna be ending here at this boss, at Sisters. So this is the door that you will take down into the basement. It won't open now, but you come out after you kill the boss. You come out from that hallway, and you just walk right here, and the door is right here. So which side you go down depends on which side you start on. So now I have a skull on the Thorn Shapers because they are going to be doing damage to not only me but the party as well. I'm going to pay attention to the Thorn Guard because he does a decent amount of melee damage to you. He's just not a mob you want to be up forever, especially on a fortified week. I honestly don't know how he just healed up right there. He didn't cast anything. So I'll explore that later and post it in the comments down below, because the fuck. Alright, so we're gonna pull these together. I'm definitely putting a skull on Brindle because she is a mean bitch. And these smaller ones, the sisters that aren't large, can be stunned and CC'd. Large Marge. Marge. And that bitch hurts, dude. And it's a dot. Ugh. Anyways, so this boss, pretty straightforward. Just gonna pull him. And now he is going to gain a stacking buff. That is going to just straight increase his damage done by 5% per stack. So the way you counter this is by running him through fire. Now this is currently beta. So pretty much everything is subject to change. It's not likely at this point so close to launch besides just graphical effects. But the fire has a slight tendency to just despawn as you run close to it. I don't think it's a duration thing because I don't know. The timing was weird because I've like walked into 2 in a row and they both just vanished. So I think they've pretty much fixed that now though. But when you run him into the fire, it drops his stacks and CCs him for a moment. And I just got an achievement without him getting 12 stacks. Okay, easy. So on these packs, you want to focus the maggots. Because the maggots are going to do a fucking cast called Infest. That right there. Oh good, he got it. Alright. Now Infest spawns more maggots off of whoever has Infest on them, so you know what I mean? Like, and it's just really annoying because sometimes they'll just spawn and spawn and spawn and spawn, and it's just the most annoying shit ever. Okay. So the only mobs you need to worry about in this hallway, again, dude, it's just the maggots. Like, interrupt them, CC them, roll your stuns when they're all alive. The rest of the mobs in here, they don't really do much besides like physical damage. Like Wretch is just like a poison spit, doesn't do a lot of damage. Obviously in keys that will be different, because it also puts a dot on me, so that dot is just not doing a lot right now. So just roll iron first and kill maggots, dude. I'm telling you. All you gotta worry about. Now I'm gonna roll back a little bit. I'm gonna bull rush them. I'm gonna, yeah, nice. Nobody got infest. Good. Right? Yeah. This room is a different story. So your main focus in this room are the banquet stewards. So these guys are going to cast Dinner Bell. It has changed. It used to buff mobs around him. And it used to do damage. I think it does like a little bit now. I don't let it go off either way. Find out what it does if you want. Here, look, let me pull one and we'll see. Here, look, I'll let it go off if I can. Let me put a skull on this and see if they... Okay, so it just does damage, that's it. And a circle around him, okay. That's nerfed, but okay. So interrupt it to get into good habits for plus, because I'm sure it will hurt on plus, so. And it seems to me that you can just range it, so let's find out here. You're stunned though, so that's good. Yeah. The other ads don't have a buff. Okay. Another nerfed mechanic. Jeez. Alright. So, we're all pretty easy, boss. Pick a spot, man. And sit here the entire fight. I'm not even joking. So I'm gonna sit here because he's gonna do an ability called Tenderize, which is just a cone around me, or a cone on me. Don't want your people on that. So I just hug the corner. It gets a little buggy if you go too far over, and there's like a wall there. So I just go as far over as I can. Moonfire and taunt adds as I can. And this demon hunter is just gonna stand on me, but tenderize, and that's it. I know it's fast, but that's the general mechanic. And you don't want your party in there, obviously. So a whole bunch of maggots in here. We are about to go downstairs. 3 bosses done. Hold on, let's CC these down. We have a sister that pretty much always spawns in you in this room. And I have an infest on me, so upon explosion spawns 2 devouring maggots. Yay. Don't cast him. Don't let it cast. Oh my god. So real quick before we go down though, so I showed you the door where we go down right here, the highlighted one, the cellar. That's where you go if you start with Raw and then the tree dude and then the sisters. You're gonna go down through the cellar. If you start where we did, sisters, tree dude, and now the pig, you just come down here. The boss room is right there. You just walk over to the left and come right down, and right downstairs. And be aware there is a pack right here. It's not a hard pack though. Nothing to worry about. Just put a skull on the thorn shaper. Leave everything else down. And now there is a mini boss right here that I want to try to pull before she gets over there. Alma, come here, big baby. So these guys really just melee hard. They've got some abilities that, like, yeah, increases my damage taken, a volley to hit you in the party. I'd be more concerned about her melee hits because she does hit for a decent amount, especially when she's increasing your damage taken and inflicting shadow damage and exploding. Doing AoE to everybody, so don't die from her white damage hits and you'll be good. And as always, interrupt as you can. So now I'm gonna try to pull this in an intelligent manner. It might get fucked up by these guys, so we'll see. But that's how you want to pull if you are not yet quite geared. So if you do this pack, these packs, like one at a time until you get used to it, or if you know your DPS is just gonna crush. But there's only one big caster in here. You really just gotta move them out of their candles. They drop a buff on the ground and they get big and blue blood like that, and that's your hint to, hey, fucking move me, because I'm about to fuck your face. Like I like it hurts, dude. It hurts, and plus especially. So now this boss, Lord and Lady Waycrest. This guy does a decent amount of white damage on Tyrannical. Thank God for Earth Warden, great talent. But he does a hefty amount of white damage and drops a debuff on people that when it gets dispelled, drops a poison ring around. And she is occasionally going to shoot that shit across the platform at you. See, I just got a dispel, and now it dropped over there. And now the dispel, when you get that on you, virulent pathogen, you get a dispel, and it spreads to other players near you. If nobody is near you, it just goes into a thing on the ground, and nothing else happens. So like, look, it's on me. It's gonna expire a few steps away, and now after killing him a couple times, Lady will come down. You're gonna put a skull on him. They've got about the same amount of health, but he does more damage to you than she does. So if you're gonna use instincts at any point, now is that time. Lust, all of that, when they're both down, because on Tyrannical, when you have them both, you need to be like ready to roll cooldowns and things, because it can really fucking hurt. So and now these ads, real easy. They jump to your party. So just CC as you can and burn them down. If your healer is competent enough, you can pull all of it, as long as people aren't stacked. Because if they stack up, they're gonna share all that damage. I'm pretty sure it does a split, like set amount of damage. I don't think the damage shares. That could have changed. I've found it better for people to spread. Seems like we're doing fine with that now. So just if anytime you're gonna do like a big dick pull, no matter what, just be aware of like what you're pulling and what it's going to do. So you know when you need to stun, when you need to interrupt, when you might need to line of sight, whatever it may be, to keep yourself alive through that and your party. I do that a fair amount here. Like LOS kiting, it's actually very handy. And there's a lot of corners, a lot of doorways, a lot of hallways, and things like that in a lot of the dungeons here. So there's lots of opportunities to LOS things. If you need to live, or if they just fucking hurt and you don't want them to cast or whatever, dude. Look at that Miss Thrash, dude. I'm such a fucking pro. Anyway, so last boss of the dungeon, breathe easy, because he is fucking easy. Your only job here is to tank these ads, and whoever gets fire, which you can get, I don't know how you get it quite yet, but the goal is to kill ads and then burn them with fire. This right here, I guess, so then they can't res. So I'm gonna, oh, he fucking healed up and jumped like as I did it. I suck. Alright, so he has it. So let's get these ads down. And that's it. So tank ads and interrupt. Mine was on cooldown still from the last one. Make sure you've got threat on the ads. Don't fuck around. So when these ads die, I'm gonna interrupt that cast. When these ads die, I need to burn them. Can I typhoon that shit? Yes, I can. Alright, so if they're doing a death lens, you should definitely typhoon. Avoid that? I don't think they can be incapped. Nope. They are immune. I'm gonna interrupt. Usually, my general strategy is I'll use my Skull Bash and then hop on another target if there's something more important happening, and then swap back to the target that I'm trying to interrupt when Skull Bash is coming off cooldown. It's a good habit to get into, especially if you have more important things happening, but there's still like a cast here and there that you need to lock down. So that's it, man. Nothing to be intimidated by or worried about. Pretty easy stuff, especially once you get a fair amount of gear. Remember, it is early expansion, beginning of it, so you're low on stats, you're low on armor, dodge, block, parry, whatever you got, you're low on it. So just keep that in mind as you roll through these. Why I'm explaining these in the way that I am and pulling in the way that I am, because I'm not gonna sit here and CC like everything. Like, there are times to CC and there are times to not, and to just pull big and control the mechanics that are happening, which is, you know, how we have fucking MDI and all of this. So like, that's how they do it. So that's it. Thank you again. Should have 3 Hada tanks up today. This was the last one of them. So we've got 3 left. Shrine of the Storm, Underrot, and Toldagor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Thank you all again for the support that you've shown through the sponsors, the patrons, the donations, all that shit. You guys are fucking awesome. I love you. And that's it. Stay tuned for the next episode, and I will see you soon.